There are some things in this world that go way beyond human understanding. Things that cannot be explained, things that most people don't want to know about. That is where we come.
Do you know what the most frightening thing in the world is? It's fear.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I'm afraid!
Don't be afraid!
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
It's all true. The boogeyman is real, and you found him.
And there's no more room in hell. The dead will walk here.
I see dead people.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
They're here.
And welcome back to Ghost Freaking Talking.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've already started the show, but
you were streaming to your private self.
Yeah, I was just streaming to myself. So I apologize to Pete. He wasn't seen live, but you can go back and watch the video.
Yeah, we'll put that out. We recorded it. So
yeah. But we are back here live at Wolf Hollow in Rockford, Illinois.
Yeah, we are.
We're set for our second interview. We have Mistress Peace Theater here. Mistress
Malicious.
Malicious.
Mistress Malicious.
Now, I thought it was like Contempt. Wasn't? I thought it was Mistress Malicious Contempt. Is that what it was?
No.
No? I must have.
Malcontent.
Malcontent. That's
what you were thinking of.
Yeah.
That's what I call my viewers and my fans are my malcontents.
Oh, that's where you're getting that from.
So welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Yeah, welcome.
I guess you can introduce yourself, your full lineup of stuff that you do.
Oh, you're gonna make me just spew it all out right away.
Yeah, okay. Right away, right from the start.
Well, I go by Mistress Malicious, and if I want to go back to the start, even before my show, I would say that I actually got my start in 2015 in the horror host community.
Cool.
On a show called Bordello of Horror.
Okay.
And Bordello of Horror was broadcast out of, channel changed names a few times, but it was CW 57 and then it was 57 out of Madison.
Oh, okay.
And Bordello of Horror aired, it was a midnight show. It's like midnight to 2 or so.
Mm-hmm.
And the horror host, the main horror host on that show was Rich Peterson, also known as Freak Show. And I co-host on that show.
Oh,
for
cool.
quite a few years. And that's where I got started.
That's where you got started. Okay, so it was in Madison then.
It was in Madison. It was broadcast out of Madison.
Okay.
Every Saturday night at midnight.
Cool.
And I was having a blast. Freaky started having some medical issues and such, and we were slowing down production a little bit, and I was not ready to be done.
Yeah.
Like
you were just getting started.
I was just getting started.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you get yourself on the TV or whatever, you're like, yeah, I can do
I
that.
just love creating.
Yeah.
I love creating, and I do a lot of writing. I do a lot of writing for that show, and I do a lot of writing for my own now. So that led me to start Mistress Peace Theater in 2019.
Okay.
And that's been my main thing now. Mostly internet, but with the lovely invention of Roku, I am everywhere now.
Oh,
which I'm
okay.
Very cool.
Loving.
Oh, that's
absolutely
awesome.
loving. Several channels, which I'll get into talking about in a little bit.
Yeah.
So I started Mistress Peace Theater in 2019, and that ended up being perfect timing because that was just right before we went into the COVID era.
Yep.
And I had a pretty captive audience because nobody was going anywhere. We
Absolutely.
Were all
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's
TV and everything,
perfect timing in that regard.
Wonderful timing. And so I started out, my first channel I was on was one that I had been on with Bordello, and that is The Vortex, horrorhost.net.
Okay.
Lovely group of people there. Love all the trying to think of the name of it right now. The people that run it. Anyways.
The crew, everybody.
I love everybody there. They were very supportive of Bordello of Horror, brought me in, very supportive of me, so that was 100% where I was going to start out at.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's just led to other Roku channels, and it's just been a blast.
Oh, that's great.
Very cool.
So for people who don't know, explain what it is. Yeah,
Okay.
like what the channel is.
Okay. Well, first of all, Bordello of Horror and Mistress Peace Theater both are horror-hosted shows. So I come on a channel with my crew, which I want to talk about in a little bit as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we put on skits and goofy little things in between, like B-rated, cheesy horror movies. The kind that are no longer scary.
Right.
More fun to like pick fun at.
To roast on,
Yeah, to stomp on here. Yep. We stomp on them a lot. Very much a comedy show.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. So, yes, if you watch Mistress Peace Theater, you're going to get an older B-rated, cheesy horror classic movie. And you're going to see us come in with our skits. We bring in music guests. We have a segment called Music Called Miscellany.
Okay.
And so we are always looking for local bands. All kinds of different sorts of music. Doesn't have to be any certain type of music. So if you're listening and you want to be shown on Mistress Peace Theater.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
We have a segment where we show a video if they have it. If they don't have videos made, we ask if it's okay if we
throw one together. Yeah.
We run their music like as a score.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very cool.
That'd be cool.
We find a way to get them in there if they really want to.
Oh, that's awesome. That you're giving other people a chance to,
I love it. I absolutely love
promote
it.
their stuff.
Right. And then we have another segment, excuse me, it's Glenn's Reviews, Glenn Lentz, who is on YouTube. He's been doing this quite a while. Unfortunately to him, he has to keep his reviews to about a 5 or 6 minute segment on my show, but he's full of information, so he does prefer to go longer than that. But he does a beautiful job on the show. He usually will come on and review like toys or independent movies or et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And people really seem to enjoy him. So
that's awesome.
Very cool.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and
you go to work every day and it's something different.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, probably not even it doesn't even seem like work.
it is,
you know,
it's
because
not.
you're doing what you love.
We have a blast, and I think that really shows because people will come to us and say, "You guys look like you're having so much fun," and we truly are.
Yeah,
we're just goofing off and having a good time, and somehow it all magically comes together into a show that people seem to be enjoying watching.
That's great.
Yeah, that's very cool. And like the movies that you guys pick or whatever, those are public domain movies.
Public domain, yes, exactly.
So,
which a lot of the hosts, we all tend to be doing the same movies, movies because they're what we can use.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not like a huge library out there.
There actually is a bigger library than you would think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, one of my fellow horror hosts that was just inducted into the Horror Host Hall of Fame, Bobby Good Monster, he just hit his 300th episode.
Oh, wow.
So there's at least 300.
Right.
He's got a couple more since then. But yes, I mean, so there's at least 300.
Wow.
My show at this point is only up to 40. So we have quite a ways to go.
Yeah, we got a ways to go.
Yeah.
How often do you put out a new episode?
Generally once a month.
Okay.
Okay.
Which gives us plenty of time. We spend close to 150 hours on one episode.
Wow, that's a lot of production time.
And I can't imagine taking less time because I don't think I'd put out a show, a product that I would be proud of.
That you'd be happy with, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so makes sense, absolutely.
You definitely want to put out something that you're proud of.
And you want to find something that, like I was just saying, all of us horror hosts have the same movies, the same library of PD movies to show. So what do I do that stands apart?
Right, what's going to make you stand out from everyone else?
And so that takes a lot of thought and work and organization behind each episode.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you have a great team behind you, too.
I do. I would love to talk about them a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah.
I already talked about Glenn Lentz. And again, he's awesome reviewer. You can find him on YouTube. I'm trying to think of what the name is. Metal Spider. And sometimes he just goes by Glenn's Reviews.
Okay.
Let's see here. My second in command is Monica Gillick. She's my editor, and we sit side by side for everything. So I will write and then watch the movie, pick the movie, write, and then we sit down together, watch the movie, write our edits. It's very, very organized. She's amazing. She has 3 different roles on the show. She plays a character by the name of Mad Peter. She plays a character by the name of Demonica, which hasn't been seen a lot yet.
Demonica, I like it.
Will be in the future. And then she also plays a puppet on the show by the name of Matcha.
Okay.
So she has several roles.
Cool.
She does an awesome job.
Oh, that's great.
Let's see here. And then there is Dr. Mad. And I will just call him Dr. Mad because he's a little more private of a person.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
He's got a little Ask Dr. Mad segment, and then he also comes on with his segments. I never quite know what I'm going to get out of him. I don't generally write for him.
Okay. So it's like a surprise every time.
It's always a surprise with Dr. Matt. He's amazing, though. He continues to be a regular on the show. Who else we got? We have Marvin Helfrich, who is Winston Trillion on the show. He's kind of our Rasta guy. He doesn't have a lot to say. He doesn't really talk.
Okay.
He just hangs out back of the ranch in his medicinal field. And just
medicinal field.
Hey,
all right.
pops in once in a
One
while.
of those guys, yeah.
All right.
And then, real quickly, Andrew Carlson,
Yep.
who I think you know.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Yes, and he's the one that put on the Castle Chaos Multicon.
Yep. That's where we met you this year.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
He is Clyde on my show. So he is the little skull guy opposite of Matcha, and they banter back and forth.
Oh, okay.
And he's such a funny and wonderful
Oh
addition to the show.
Andrew's so cool.
I just adore him so much. He actually just won a little contest for a new shirt design, which I'll be putting out soon, and I'll have that on Facebook and be showing it around for the show.
Very cool.
Oh, awesome.
And then nope, got two more. Real quick, I have one other lady by the name of, oh boy, darn it. Name's Judith Reboy, and she plays Magic Mirror on the show. She's another character that's kind of in and out here and there, but she does a lovely job, and I absolutely adore this lady. She has a show of her own called Mansion of Mystery, and her name is Scarlet.
Okay.
So you can catch that as well on like the Monster Channel, probably YouTube, and the Vortex, which I mentioned previously. And then my last little character is the mascot of the show. Her real name is Tater Tot, but she goes by Potato Goblin on Mistress Peace Theater.
Potato Goblin. I love it.
She's my
That's
little
awesome.
bulldog, Potato Goblin, and she comes in and causes some fun, interesting things every
Very
once in a
cool.
while. So absolutely adore her.
Everyone is taking part in it.
Yeah,
Even the dog.
that's
Oh,
awesome.
darn it. I do have one more I need to mention.
Yeah.
Karen, she is a sidekick to Dr. Mad that I was talking about. She's his, AI antagonist.
Oh,
Her name's
okay.
Petra Michelle. She lives in Texas. So I have characters on the show that are New York, Texas,
Very cool.
I don't know, all over the place.
And then they just film it and just send it off to you, and then you're
Yeah.
Do you have a production people that work for you, or
Do you do the editing?
Or do you do the editing?
I do the editing side by side with my number two, as I said earlier, Monica Gillett.
So it's just
is
you
my
and Monica.
editor.
Wow.
She pushes the buttons and I edit her.
Gotcha. So you're telling her what
Yeah.
what you want, and then
Yes.
she's the one who
She
makes
does
it happen.
And she comes up with some wonderful ideas. We have a blast. Like editing, I know for a lot of people, editing of a show is like, editing.
Yes.
We have so much fun.
Oh, that's good.
We laugh through it all, and if we're not laughing, it doesn't go in the show.
No, that's awesome.
That's very cool.
So,
Yeah, because that's a tedious process. Is the
Yeah,
editing?
editing. Yeah, tell me about it, because we do the other YouTube channel, the Brickhead Family, where it's more like Lego and family friendly stuff.
Okay.
And I go in there for I'll like the Castle Chaos.
Do
I
a lot of
filmed.
vlogs, yeah.
I filmed like maybe 10 hours of stuff, and I got to get it down to like 15-minute video.
Right. Yeah.
to put out.
But
there.
it's always better to have more.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
don't want to walk away and go, man, why didn't I?
I should have recorded
exactly.
more.
Oh, I
that's
hate
true.
that when that happens.
Yeah, and some of the stuff I wasn't able to use, like because we actually ghost hunted the castle when we were there.
You did. Awesome.
Well, we weren't supposed to. But
Just happened to have my K2 meter in my pocket.
right? We
Saw an opportunity.
we
had to go
might
with it.
have gotten there a little early on Sunday morning to do a little ghost hunt of our own.
Awesome.
But evidently, the Stronghold Castle people that run the castle aren't into
The
that
paranormal stuff.
paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
So
So you had to go over to
And
Conover.
that's fine, yeah.
Conover Square
yeah.
in Oregon.
Now-
They do, it's Steve Bartell and Josiah Henson. They do paranormal investigations in Conover, the mall in
Okay,
Oregon.
very cool. Now, is that the one with
okay.
the stage? There's a stagecoach in it. Is that I'm thinking
I
right?
believe so. They have all kinds of different.
Yeah, I believe there. I think there's like a haunted stagecoach. I want to say in this mall.
Not to like go off topic or anything. Well, I'm still kind of on.
Well, you know what?
No,
you
you're
know
fine.
what? You can go off
That's
topic.
perfect. That's what we
This
do.
is all we do on this podcast is we'll like bring up a news story. We'll start reading like 3 lines in the news story,
And then you're over-
And then we're
off
talking
somewhere
about
else and be like,
something
hey,
else, yeah.
you know what? This reminds me of so and so, or
Well, interesting enough. So so Steve and Josiah do these paranormal investigations and stuff, and you can go up there for a tour and stuff every once in a while. They do that. I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
And, you always hear from the locals, oh, that's staged, that's not real or whatever. Yep. And I mean, if you've ever been in Conover and went upstairs and walked, I mean, this building is bigger than you realize. And at some point you start getting a sense of something's going on around here. You know? But I actually, my neighbor stopped me this morning on the way here to tell me, she's, I got to tell you something. I took my nephew over to Conover yesterday. And we were in there for just a little while, and he turned and looked at me and he said, I don't like it here. There's ghosts here. I want to leave.
No.
He didn't know anything about
Right, he's just a little kid.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't honestly remember what his age is, but around 10 or so.
But he wouldn't know anything about...
He wouldn't have known anything. And he actually, they went into another store, and he told the owner of that store within Conover, how can you work here? There's ghosts here. I don't like it here.
Wow. So this is an active mall then?
This
is an open, active mall. Okay.
Yeah, and so...
Don't typically get over into the Oregon area.
No, you don't?
No, not typically.
No, you need to.
Yeah, I will have to go check it out and go shopping in the haunted mall.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. And I think you guys should try to hook up with, I wish I could remember the name of their paranormal, what the name is.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up online and see.
But they are in Conover, and I think you can track them down.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find
I
something.
do know that there's the Roadhouse is supposedly haunted. You smiled and rolled your eyes on that one, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, I have a story behind that, which I'm not going to share.
Oh, okay.
Don't think that I should.
All right. That's fine.
You give us eyes, a mouth, and a nose, but we can't move for a lack of toes. Atop our head we have a handle.
Showtime!
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Jack, the Pumpkin King.
Our lifeless bodies rotting together.
Sally, I need your help more than anyone's.
You certainly do, Jack.
He's sullen.
He's furtive.
Backstabbing.
He sulks.
I suspect him.
You're unbalanced.
And I hate him. By God, you're right!
Get your limited edition Halloween sticker series now at KevinAHinkle.com. 6 designs to choose from the shark from Jaws, Jack and Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas, a jack-o'-lantern, Morticia and Gomez Adams, and cult classic Sam from the movie Trick or Treat. But definitely. I've heard of hauntings out in the Oregon area.
Yeah, I guess we've really never explored too much in that regard because I know we want to go up to like Bray Road and check out.
Bray Road up in Wisconsin. And definitely need to do the small town tour.
Yeah, have you done any of those before?
You know, I haven't, but I came with stories for you guys.
Oh,
very cool. We would love, love to hear them.
I definitely have my stories.
Okay.
And a lot of my friends have heard these stories. I have friends that believe me, and I have friends that, I don't believe me.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I have been having paranormal experiences since I was a young child myself.
Okay.
So yesterday when I heard of my neighbor's nephew saying this, I don't want to be in here, I was like, bam, I knew it was true about Conover.
No.
Nobody could tell me any different.
Right. Like that was just your evidence you needed.
Exactly. Trying to think where I want to start because this could lead into a really long discussion.
You know what? We're here for another hour, so we're good to go.
We got an hour and 10 minutes,
we got an hour and 10 minutes to go,
Right
so we're good.
Well, I think my first experiences when I was a child was living with an aunt and uncle, and I woke up in the middle of the night one night, and I was laying there, and I was just scared to death. This kids, you wake up, you're scared, things, bumps in the night.
Right, yep.
And I remember rolling over, and the bedroom light was on, because I was with my cousin, and neither one of us could sleep with the lights off.
Okay.
I rolled over, and I was kind of staring at the wall, because I wanted to put my back that way, because I didn't want to look that way.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this big dark shadow came up on my wall.
Oh.
And I laid there frozen. Just frozen.
Yeah.
And I never told any of my family about this, and it was probably the only weird experience that I had in that house.
Mm-hmm.
But things changed when I was I would say I was around 11 years old. I moved with my family to Paducah, Kentucky.
Okay.
Already saying Paducah, Kentucky. I mean, yes, you know, right?
Paducah.
So we moved into this house. We were very, very dirt poor. I mean, we couldn't afford furniture, nothing. We literally sat on logs at a kitchen table
in the house,
and used the garage for a refrigerator because we were there in the winter. I mean, we were dirt poor.
Right, yeah.
So we were already kind of in that oppressed situation where spirit could definitely take some advantage.
Yeah, take advantage of that. Yeah.
So I remember the first time, so I was like 11 years old, and I remember coming home from school, and my parents weren't there, and I came in to get a drink of water. It was that simple. I walked in the house, threw my school stuff down, went to the kitchen sink, got a glass of water, and I just froze. And I could feel something watching me, and I couldn't move.
Yeah.
I could not move for nothing. Now, I wasn't seeing anything, can't tell you that I saw anything.
You could just feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just knew.
I just knew, and as soon as I could move, I ran out of the house, and I didn't say anything to anybody. Well, this continued on. So in this house was my stepmom, my dad, and my stepbrother, and I, so the four of us. I didn't know if anybody else was having experiences or anything.
They weren't telling you that they
Nobody
were,
was saying
if they
anything.
were.
No,
Gotcha.
nobody was saying a word. So this continued to happen. Weird things like waking up in the middle of the night and watching my bedroom door just come open.
Oh,
stop,
okay. And close
stay
again?
there for a minute and then go back to the same position.
Wow.
No breeze in the house. We did have a cat, but my cat
That wasn't the
come to-
cat.
no.
Yeah.
So the next experience I had in this house, I got up in the middle of the night and same thing, I went to the kitchen to get a drink of water. Well, it was dark. It was dark, and I got to the sink, and to give you a little background, there was this little salvage or dump or something way back behind her house, and my stepbrother and I had found this little item and brought it home.
Okay.
And because we didn't have any furniture, put it in the living room. So that's the background on this. So I go to get a glass of water, and the same thing happens again. I get frozen, and I know something's looking at me. I know something's looking at me. And I finally get brave enough to turn around, and that little something that we brought back from the dump was a small little toddler rocking chair.
Okay.
And it had like a red teddy bear on it with beady eyes.
Creepy.
So when I turned around, this is no BS. When I turned around, that little rocking chair was in the middle of the living room behind me, rocking, and those eyes were lit.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
that
nuts.
would scare the crap out of me.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay, I'm out.
Well, of course, as soon as I could get myself, you know, I was a kid, I'm like,
right.
So I ran back to my room. So anyways, again, I'm not telling anybody this stuff's going on.
I was just going to ask, did you tell anybody at that time? No? Okay.
But what happened shortly after that is about 3 in the morning, I don't know, later on, a week or two later.
Yeah.
My father woke myself and my stepbrother up and said, will you guys come in here and throw blankets on the floor and sleep on the floor?
Okay.
And we're like, okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Sure, yeah, slumber party.
So we went in my parents' room and threw our blankets and pillows down and laid there, and my dad had the lights on, the whole deal. Kept trying to get my cat to come in the room. And this was the weird thing.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I had a cute little Siamese cat by the name of Blue. Hey, look, there's a Spidey with us. Check him out. He's huge.
Oh, I do not like spiders.
Oh,
so.
sorry. I'm like, hey, no, don't hurt him. What?
No, he'll pick him up and take him out somewhere.
Oh, well, I think he's already on his run there.
He's
well, that was perfect.
Hold on. Hold on.
Can you see him?
You can take him
Rescue
outside.
Spidey. Oh, man, he's fast.
He is fast, but I am not a fan of spiders, so.
Oh, he's going to go on his way.
He's done.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was interesting.
As long as he stays
Good
away
timing.
from me. Thanks for saving me.
Oh man, that's I will say that's a first.
That was great.
That's a first. You know, when you come to
She's
Wolf
like,
Hollow,
not so
Right.
great.
No.
when you come to Wolf
Not a
Hollow, you can get real spiders.
Now I'm going to be looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
He was fast, though, man. He was not going to be caught.
Yeah, I've seen some dead spiders in their cabinets over there. Now we got real ones over there now, too.
Well, they know where they're loved.
Exactly.
Yeah, as long as they're hidden away and not crawling on me, I'm fine.
Oh my goodness, that was fun.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption.
Oh no,
So,
that was it was a
perfect
spider.
timing. Yeah.
I'm like, and then there was a spider. it's like okay, there's a spider.
So you
anyway.
are in your parents' bedroom, sleeping on the floor.
Right, exactly. And trying to get the cat to come in. Cat won't come in. Blue won't come in that room. Blue kept coming in the room and doing this.
Looking around.
And boom, out the door.
Mm-hmm.
He'd run and get him, bring him in, same thing. You know?
Right.
Well, anyways, my dad didn't say what was going on, but he did tell us the next day that he was laying in bed and all of a sudden he couldn't move and things were touching him. And he freaked out.
Oh,
and that's why he came and got us.
Wow.
But it wasn't until then that, then I could say what was going on with me.
Right, because you knew someone else was experiencing other weird stuff.
Exactly.
So did you tell him at that time?
Yes.
Yeah, about some of the incidents you had?
Yeah.
Did they continue after that?
We didn't live there too much longer. After
Okay.
that.
Dad's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
please.
it's like
I think I still don't know if I know everything that they were experiencing, but that was the only time that my dad admitted to anything, 'cause he was scared.
Wow. Yeah, if he trying to bring everyone in the same room.
Right,
Yeah, it probably terrified him.
'cause I'll tell you that one thing is that you haven't lived until you've been touched by something that you can't see, and it's like, okay, that's interesting.
Kind of weird.
It's kind of weird because you can't see it, and then all of a sudden you feel something grab your arm, or I've had it where I've been scratched in the back of my head from
Been
stuff.
scratched.
Yeah, I've been
That's
scratched.
Not cool.
No. We had a lot of activity in our house. Not mine or hers, but my house with my ex-wife. She was scratched multiple times, and I was scratched once. I was scratched pretty bad on the back of the head. My son, I was standing there doing dishes. My son was doing his homework at the kitchen table, and he looks over and he goes, "Dad," he goes, "Do you feel that?" I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "It looks like there's scratches forming on the back of your head." So he could see it happening. Wow. And I didn't feel anything, and I put, I had my hands in the soapy water, so I put my hand behind my head, and I felt it, and it stung.
Well, soap would have not felt it.
Yeah. So yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Like how
pretty.
that happened.
I hope you didn't live there much longer.
I'm still living there.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I got the house in a divorce. So
nothing is.
See, I think. Yeah, I don't think the ghost is there anymore.
No,
maybe it went with her.
I think
that's
so.
what he thinks.
Because a lot.
She was actually the one that was haunted.
Yeah,
not the house.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty quiet now.
Yeah.
And
we get stuff every once in a
there's
while.
activity at their house.
Yeah, and there's
now.
And she just built a brand new
Like a
house
brand
up in
new house.
Wisconsin.
It was attached to her.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I haven't been scratched, or we've had a few things like thrown in the house, like smaller things or something like that, and like the other day we had a whole bucket of Lego just shoved off the table in the living room.
So that's more of a poltergeist. They're just messing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not scratching you. They're not malevolent.
Whatever's there now is just kind of messing with.
Probably happy to be free of the other one.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I have this habit of inviting things. So it's a bad habit to have.
Why do you do that?
What's that?
Why do you do that?
Because it's entertainment.
But you don't. But you're not inviting these things.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, it's like I was going to invite that haunted mirror
But I told you no.
Liz and
because we
Randy
don't
had.
need- Yep. I told you we don't need negative energy.
Yeah, because Liz and Randy here had a mirror that I got bad vibes from it, because I can be in a place and I can get the vibes of things, the feelings,
feel it,
and I've they were showing me some stuff in the back room one day, and I'm like, what's the deal with this mirror back here? I'm like, I am getting bad vibes on it, and so.
And then you wanted to take
Exactly.
it home.
Yeah.
Well, they offered. they go, you can have it.
Like, no, you don't need it.
So it was funny because they ended up later on, they put it on display out here, and for sale or whatever, and they had like a cover over it, and I didn't know it was standing there, but we were here for a psychic event, and I felt like something was like kind of like burning holes in the back of my head, like I could feel it from behind me.
You knew it was over there. You just didn't know it.
And then I walked over there and I lifted it up. I'm like, oh, there's that mirror.
Let's bring it home.
No, they didn't offer me then. So we hosted a paranormal night here in the store, after hours, where we got to show our hunting.
Invite me next time.
Well, definitely.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had all my ghost hunting equipment here, and they had the mirror still there, and so I put the spirit box up to it, and I had such a bad feeling from the mirror that it, I wanted to punch the mirror. It got me hostile. Nothing's ever made me hostile before.
Yeah,
but
angry.
Yeah, but this mirror, during the event, I was just like seething from it. And
so why would you want to bring it home?
Because I don't know.
I just wonder
I
who it's
nixed that
influenced
real
in the
fast.
past. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were feeling that way, what is it influenced?
Yeah.
What
And,
kind of violence has it influenced?
Exactly.
And
I would not have taken that.
and when we were using the spirit box near, we kept getting a little girl's voice through it. Yeah, it was very odd. It was, and we had this whole place was packed with people sitting in chairs, just like you could drop a pin and hear the pin drop because they were so intent on me messing with this mirror. And
right.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and so Liz and Randy ended up they sent me a message. They go we're gonna throw this mirror away. Do you want it? I'm gonna put it back by the dumpster because they offered it to the Goodwill or something, and the Goodwill only
Yeah, the Goodwill didn't even want it.
I think I would have maybe just.
So that tells you something. So yeah, we did not get the mirror.
Goodwill
So
doesn't want it. Something's up.
Exactly. Like I understand that you're curious, but we don't need to invite negative energy in our life.
Yeah.
Now I am guilty of an invitation.
Okay.
Actually, I'd love to share yet another story.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
you go ahead.
Yeah, we sure do.
Like I said, we got another hour here, so you're good to go.
All right.
And if you want to get your awesome Ghost Frickin' Talkin' merch, make sure you hit us up at gftpodcast.myspreadshop.com. And they have all kinds of different colors and styles. And make sure you get your coffee cups and even your dog bandana.
Well, this one is it's going to sound like a sad story, but it actually has ended up to be all okay.
Okay.
But several years ago, actually moved from Madison to Oregon. I met a gentleman and we were engaged.
Okay.
And 3 years into living with him, he passed away unexpectedly.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And he was the most amazing gentleman I've ever loved. Meant my life, treated me like gold. I was completely devastated.
Yeah.
Well, this left me in a home without him for a while, without him.
Yeah, you're by yourself.
And I had to figure out how to move out. And I was not financially in a good place to move out of this house.
Right.
I did eventually make it out.
Okay.
But while I was writing something that I wanted to be read at his funeral, I was sitting in bed in the bedroom, and I had my paper in front of me, and I was writing out things. And I heard this voice in my head say, "Look up." So I looked up. And 5 feet in front of me at the end of the bed was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. The only way I can explain it, and someday I'm going to ask my editor to actually create this for me so I can show people what it really looked like to me.
Yeah.
Only way I can explain it is it was, have you ever seen like how sometimes people speed up like clouds, how they're moving real fast and they look like they're boiling kind of thing? In front of me was this very sheer image. It looked like boiling clouds, kind of.
Okay.
And there was this beautiful iridescent side to it that had flutters that looked somewhere between feathers and rippling water.
Okay.
So I looked up at this image and I was just, what came out of my mouth was, "You're beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You're beautiful." And it stayed there for a minute and I could feel such a sense of joy and excitement. And all of a sudden I felt it was starting to leave. And I said, "Don't leave me yet."
Yeah,
And it was
like
gone.
stay here.
And it was gone.
Oh, wow.
And to this day, nobody can tell me that that was not my Steve.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, just come by and
It was just so
just
out of
checking
the
on you.
blue.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for it. It was amazing. Well, things
Wow.
continue to happen in this house a little bit here and there. Lights coming on in the basement that shouldn't have been on. Just different weird things. Lights going out. I kept replacing the porch light and it kept burning out and I kept putting a new one in. I'm like, what is going on? You know?
Yeah.
Well, finally the day came to move out. I found a place to live. So I moved out of this beautiful home that Steve had provided for me, and I'm now in a basement of a house, which I'm incredibly grateful for, and I do love it. So the very day I moved in, I was doing washing dishes and stuff, trying to get my cabinets together in the kitchen.
Yeah, getting organized.
And I had this lamp that I brought with me, one of those, halogen lamps.
Okay.
You know, that point straight up at the ceiling and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And it was kind of behind this curtain around the corner, and I kept seeing out of the corner of my eye the light go off. So I'm like, okay, again, my first day in this new apartment.
Yeah.
Went over and I'm like, okay. And I'd turn it back on and go back to what I was doing, and again, it would go off on, whatever, and I'm like, maybe the bulb's going. I've had this lamp for a while. Could be the bulb's going.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't think anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, later that day, I was in the bedroom, and I was coming back out through the other way, and a light went off in my entryway. It was a brand new bulb.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new bulb I had put in there.
Wow.
No.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, what is going on in this place? Is there an electricity issue? Is
Yeah.
it safe for
Right.
me to even move in here? You know?
Gonna catch
Right.
on fire? Yeah.
So I reach up, I unscrew the bulb, I go get a new bulb, I put it in, and I'm just standing there and I'm like, what is going on? And all of a sudden I heard this little voice that said, flip the switch. So I walked over to the switch and my God, it was off.
Wow.
Flipped it on.
Holy cow.
So whatever had done that had literally flipped the switch
Wow.
off.
Wow.
That
That's
takes
crazy.
some energy.
Yeah,
It
that's
does.
a lot of energy, yeah.
To move something
So-
like that, yeah.
Push a little further into this. I've got 2 more things to share in this apartment that I still dwell in as well.
Okay, still there.
The next one is this. About 2 weeks after that, I had a couple of my aunts come down and visit me, just kind of helping me through my grief and helping me move in and stuff. One of my aunts was laying on the couch, and that halogen lamp was right here by her head. And the other aunt was standing with me on the other side of the room, and we were chatting. And all of a sudden, that halogen lamp went off and came back on.
Okay.
Now, I knew what happened,
Right.
but I didn't say a word. My aunt, who was laying on the couch, all of a sudden was like, I'm not going to say my name. I'm going to say Mistress.
Yeah.
Says, Mistress, did you see that? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. And I kind of tried to ignore it.
Right.
She's like, no. It clicked. It clicked. And she's freaking out.
She heard the click
She
of
heard
the...
click because it turned.
Wow.
You got another switch, but this was on the halogen, not on the wall.
Right.
She's like, it clicked. And she started clicking my lamp, freaking out. I'm like, it's okay, calm down, it's all right.
Right.
She's like, no, it clicked. It turned on its own.
Wow.
Wow.
Like,
You know,
yeah,
she's
it's okay,
freaking out.
it's Steve.
And this is what I said to her. I said, calm down, it's okay. I said, Steve's just trying to tell you guys he's happy that you're here for me.
Aww.
And she was scared. She almost slept with me that night.
Aw.
I'm like, it's Steve, don't worry. It's
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Aww.
eventually Steve told me and my son goodbye. It was after Thanksgiving, a year later. My son and I were sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden my son turned and looked behind him. And I turned and looked at my son, and I said, did you feel that? And he said, yeah, I did. I said, Steve told us goodbye. He's leaving now.
Oh, wow.
Aww.
So,
Wow.
and it's been pretty peaceful. Well, then my upstairs neighbor started having issues. She was coming out and her cabinets were open.
Oh.
And she's like, I don't know what's going on. The cabinets are open.
Right.
You know, I'm like, a while ago, it's not Steve. He left. I said, so maybe we got another poltergeist hanging around here too as well.
Right.
Well, sure as heck, wasn't much longer, and I was again in my bedroom walking towards the kitchen. Hi.
We got
How's it
got
going?
Randy peeping
Hi,
at us.
Randy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I'll wrap this up quick and give a little more information where to watch. And
Yeah,
no
definitely.
problem. Okay.
So, I didn't take a picture of this. I wish I had, but you know what? There would have been nobody. It really wouldn't have been proof.
Right.
So I was walking towards my kitchen, and I always keep a towel hanging on the edge of my kitchen sink to lean on when I'm doing dishes. This towel went up in the air, straight in front of me, went like this, and just hovered there, and then hit the center of my kitchen floor.
Wow.
Now I stood there going, I could take a picture of this towel
On the floor.
but what would that prove to anybody?
Right.
But
Yeah.
there was no way it could have fallen off my sink and landed in the middle.
And landed in the middle of the floor.
So that is the last activity I ever had because I laughed out loud so hard at that. I'm like, I can't believe you just did that. And I laughed so hard at that poltergeist, it's never come back. So I have not had any future or further activity.
Yeah, you pissed it off by laughing at it.
Yeah,
Guess
it's like
you weren't
you're no
scared.
fun.
Yeah.
You're
It's
no
like,
fun.
okay, I gotta
It's
go
like-
find someone I'm
It's like,
gonna
man,
scare.
I don't, that's not the reaction I wanted.
Nope. And that was the end of it. But
Wow.
well, can I conclude with just telling people where they can watch?
Oh,
this?
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, please
yeah,
do.
for sure.
Please do.
Yeah, That's what we're here for, is
Okay.
for you to plug your stuff.
Well, first of all, this little thing here is just a sponsorship packet.
Okay.
So first, I'd like to say that Mistress Peace Theater is accepting sponsors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if anybody's looking to sponsor us, get in contact with us at the website mistresspeacetheater.com. That's
Okay.
probably the best place. You can email us through there. So Mistress Peace Theater can be seen on several Roku channels, as I was saying earlier.
Yep. That's awesome.
We are on, and please, I hope I don't forget anybody. First of all, I said we're on the Vortex, which is not a Roku channel.
Okay.
But online there.
Yep.
We are on Betamax TV on demand on Roku.
Okay.
We are on the Monster Channel, run by Halloween Jack. Bone Jangler is on there from out of Aurora. Wonderful channel as well, been very supportive.
Oh, great.
We are on Other Worlds TV, run by Charles and LaDonna, and we're doing very well. They're amazing numbers. We're hitting like 50,000 every Saturday night.
Holy cow.
Wow.
And
That's great.
It's been wonderful. It's been kind of astounding and overwhelming.
That's awesome.
And then we are also on, I don't want to forget, Baraboo Channel 43, which is just a local channel up in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Yep. And then the one that I'm on now, and I've also started a new show for, is Tingler Television.
Yep, I've heard
Tingler
Tingler.
Television.com or on Roku. It's been having some issues on Roku lately.
Okay.
It's an updating thing, so if you go on the Roku for Tingler Television, just give it some time. They're getting
Be patient. Yeah.
They're getting that worked out. Every Friday night on Tingler Television. And also, real quickly, I have started a new show as well under Mistress Malicious Productions, is Malicious Movie Inferno.
Okay.
That will be airing every 4 to 6 weeks on Tingler Television.
Okay.
I'm very, very excited for it. It's more of a solo project for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be able to start showing movies that most horror hosts only hope and wish that they could.
Oh, really?
It's a certified
Nice.
channel.
Ooh.
I am... next month, I believe I'm going to be showing Bad Milo. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yep, I've seen
Last
that.
month for my premiere, I showed Killer Pinata.
Yep,
I
I actually met.
the convention.
He
Stephen Tramontana.
Yeah, his table was right next to mine.
Right.
At the convention.
Well,
so
he gave
we
us permission, sent me a screener, and we showed it. That was my premiere.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
And we had just under 300,000 viewers for that.
Wow.
premiere.
Wow.
Malicious Movie Inferno on Tingler.
Wow.
So look for that on Tingler, and again, Mistress Peace Theater is there every Friday night.
Okay, great.
So I apologize right now for anybody I've forgotten. I love you all. Thanks for your support.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you have an amazing crew and a great
My
support
crew
team,
is
so that's awesome.
I adore them.
Yeah,
They're also very,
that's
very
great.
talented. I did forget to mention one gal. Her name's AJ, but she's was on a couple episodes and now she's off for maternity break. So
Oh, okay.
hopefully we'll see her back.
Yeah,
Very cool.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely check out the show and all the
MistressPeaceTheater.com. You can watch the show there. You can see where everywhere that I mentioned that we air is on the website.
Okay, great.
We do post when we have our musical guests, we post them on there as well. So
Awesome.
Okay, so yeah, if anyone's and if anyone's looking to any bands out there looking to promote their stuff,
Absolutely.
yeah, reach out to them and
Absolutely.
get in touch and
we will use your video or put you on the score or under some of our skits or whatever we have to do to get you out there. Full credit in the credits, obviously.
Oh, that's
Very
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
And
Great
you
opportunity.
did do an interview with Liz and Randy on your show, right?
Yes, we came up here and we did an interview, and they were on the website for quite a while. That was for our White Zombie episode this past November.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if you look on MistressPeaceTheater.com and you go into the watch page, look for White Zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Liz and Randy will be.
Oh, okay.
Their interview.
During that
Nice.
episode.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Great.
Absolutely love you
Yeah, I have
guys.
to check it out. So
You guys to death.
yeah, no, they're awesome. So
Yeah, right.
All right.
All right. Well,
guys, thank you for having me. This has
Yeah.
been fun.
Yeah,
sure.
appreciate it. We always love when people come in with stories, and
Right on.
we have people come in and plug their stuff, but it's always really good if they have a
even
really
personal
spooky
stories is
personal
even better.
stories
so,
behind it too.
No, it's been great having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Make
You're
sure you
awesome.
include me next time you do an investigation here.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll let you
definitely.
know.
I got the spidey sense
We'll
too.
let you know.
Ah, very cool. Yeah, I can walk into a place and it's just
Obviously, I do. I had a spider run across.
yeah, exactly,
Say,
right?
hey, I know you.
Yeah. You go into the old veteran memorial down here in Rockford.
Mhm.
As soon as you step into that doorway,
You know it.
just
You know it.
the hairs on your arm just raise up.
Right on.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks again, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great
appreciate
day.
it. Yeah,
All
thank
right,
you.
take care. We got to get your other people
All right.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
Thank
Thank
you.
We'll talk again soon.
For sure.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Everyone has a story to tell, and as always,
Stay spooky.
stay spooky, you mother truckers.
Peace.